first part of the final Big Brother 27 Head of Household HOH competition has been played, and its winner continues to dominate the game. After Ava Pearl was evicted from the game, the final three, Ashley Hollis, Morgan Pope, and Vince Panaro, battled it out in the first part of the final HOH competition of the season. Ashley, Morgan, and Vince are all members of the Judges Alliance, which also included Rachel Riley and Will Williams. The Big Brother 27 live feeds revealed that Morgan won the first part of the final HOH competition and will now compete against either Ashley or Vince in Part 3 live on finale night. Ashley and Vince will first compete against each other in Part 2. In the first part of Big Brother 27, Morgan was playing more of a social game than a physical one. She didn't even win her first competition until week 8. However, since then, she's dominated the game, winning 2 HOH and 5 Power of Veto competitions. She and Vince have worked closely together, keeping the power in their hands by consistently winning and sending home contestant after contestant. Morgan has proven herself to be one of the strongest Big Brother 27 competitors and strategists. She stayed loyal to her alliance, the judges, and she worked hard to get herself, Vince, and Ashley to the end of the game. The jury will most likely respect her gameplay more than Vince's, who lied to everyone, and Ashley's, who didn't win enough competitions to be a true contender. If Morgan makes it to the final 2 chairs, it's almost a guarantee that she'll win Big Brother 27. She's played a much stronger game than Vince and Ashley, and the jury will most likely want to reward her with the grand prize, no matter who she brings to the end with her. However, if Morgan doesn't win the final HOH competition, there's a good chance that because of this, neither Vince nor Ashley will take her with them to the end. This is because they know that they have no chance of beating her. Morgan has already expressed to Vince that she's worried that he might not take her, and he knows that he'll probably lose if he does. Ashley also knows that she can't beat Morgan, but a bitter jury might give her the win over Vince. Vince and Ashley have been loyal to Morgan so far, but $750,000 is a lot of money. Fans have already seen Cody Calafiore in Season 16 and Mackenzie Manbeck in Season 26 choose loyalty over the grand prize and lose to Derek Levasseur and Chelsea Baham. Vince and Ashley won't want to repeat that mistake. Morgan is now one step closer to winning Big Brother 27, but she has to win Part 3 of the final HOH competition to ensure that she makes it to the final 2. She'll most likely achieve that, so she'll almost certainly win because she'll choose who she takes with her to the end, and she can easily beat both Vince and Ashley, Big Brother. 27 has been full of unexpected twists, but Morgan taking home the $750,000 grand prize seems to be a given. However, after the eviction of Ava Pearl, the remaining 3 Big Brother contestants competed in Part 1 of the final Head of Household competition. Ashley Hollis, Morgan Pope, and Vince Panaro. We can now reveal that Morgan won the challenge, so she will advance directly to Part 3, which will play out on live television during Sunday's season finale. Scroll to the bottom of this post to see who won Part 2. Shortly after Morgan prevailed, she was spotted on the live feeds trying to comfort a pouting Vince, who was spiraling in the kitchen after losing yet another challenge to his ride or die. Altogether now, poor Vinny. When Vince complained that he hasn't won a single head of household when it actually mattered, Morgan calmly replied, "We are still in the middle of the HOH comp, by the way. It's 3 parts. You did not lose the competition." The hard-boiled detective from BB Comics said that Part 2 of the final HOH will be a crapshoot for him, implying that Ashley, aka Shower Power, will prevail. He added, "It feels very out of my control because it won't be a physical competition." "You don't know Vince," Morgan fired back. "Everything is out of our control. Are you kidding me?" "All you do is win," Vince stated emphatically. "You beat me in everything. You don't know how you keep winning? That must be a nice feeling, 'cause I don't know what that's like." Morgan rolled her eyes and told him, "Vince, you've won 4 HOHs, 4 of them. That is insane. And guess what? You won them in different aspects: physical, mental, endurance, strategy. For the record, Vince won the most household competitions in Season 27 at 4. Morgan is right behind him with 2 HOH wins, not counting her victory in Part 1 of the 3-part final comp. In terms of Power of Veto challenges, Morgan won a leading 5, while Vince never claimed a single one. Part 2 of the final HOH comp took place on Friday afternoon, and Ashley eked out a victory over Vince. Vince's intuition was right. That means Morgan and Ashley will face off in part 3, which will air live on CBS during Sunday's finale. Following Ashley's victory, Vince sulked in bed while Ashley did a happy dance in the kitchen. If Morgan ends up winning the last competition of the season, she has promised Vince that she'll take him to the final 2. And if Ashley prevails, she has revealed in the diary room that she'll take Vince with her since Morgan would be tougher to beat. Game on? However, Big Brother Season 27 released a new episode on September 25th, 2025. Featuring a live eviction that sent Ava Pearl home and confirmed Morgan, Vince, and Ashley as the final 3 contestants of the season. Vince, the sole house guest eligible to vote at the eviction ceremony, voted to evict Ava, keeping Ashley, the other nominee, in the competition. Shortly after Ava exited the Big Brother house, Morgan spoke with Vince and Ashley, sharing sensitive information, as she claimed, "Yeah, I had accidentally received a message I shouldn't have about a girl named Ava being an alternate." Vince immediately alerted Morgan that they were still live, to which she replied, "Oh, according to the rules of the competition, an alternate is a player placed in sequester in case someone from the main cast needs to be replaced." After Morgan made the statement, the trio laughed it off, but the comment sparked curiosity among the show's fans. Big Brother Season 27 fans took to X to react to Ava being an alternate. While many found the situation hilarious, others sought more information on its possibility. Accidentally received a message she shouldn't have about a girl named Ava that was an alternate. Need more information immediately, a netizen commented. Many Big Brother fans were surprised to hear Morgan's comment about Ava. Morgan spilling Ava was an alternate on the live, a fan wrote. Morgan revealing on live TV that production accidentally leaked to her pre-season that Ava was an alternate is hysterical, another one commented. Other Big Brother viewers expressed a similar sentiment. Sounds like Morgan received an email on accident by Big Brother about an alternate named Ava. That's not her cheating, she kept that until Ava was gone. Production messed up, not Morgan. The game is basically over. Good on her for not saying anything while Ava was there, a person wrote. So Morgan got a message about the mastermind and Ava being an alternate a Mao somebody getting fired, another netizen commented. Did Morgan just accidentally reveal that producers mistakenly sent her a message she shouldn't have received about an alternate player named Ava? A fan posted. While production has yet to address the situation, the caption of a video on Ava's official Instagram page posted on September 18th proved that Ava was indeed an alternate. When she left for LA, me and her family were told she was an alternate to be on the show, so we weren't really sure what was gonna happen. We thought she would most likely be back 9 days later. It's crazy how far Ava has gotten in these past 3 months, the caption read. The Big Brother cast member did not leave the house quietly. Before the live eviction, she sat Ashley, Vince, and Morgan down to share her final thoughts, certain she was the one being evicted. During a house meeting, Ava revealed that Vince wanted to vote to keep her in the competition. She further warned Morgan that Vince was not planning on taking her to the final 2. Ava urged Morgan not to do for a man what he won't do for you, and added that, irrespective of what he claimed, he intended to bring Ashley to the finish line. However, on eviction night, Vince voted to evict Ava, saying it was best for his game. With that, he secured a spot in the final 3 alongside Morgan and Ashley, all members of the Judges Alliance. However, with only 1 week left in Big Brother 27, the number of house guests is dwindling and the endgame is in sight. Sometimes that includes turning on your allies. Who was sacrificed to the mastermind and left the Big Brother house? After Lauren Domingue left in the double eviction, the final 5 tried to make plans for who would be sitting in those final 2 chairs. Keanu Soto, Ashley Hollis, and Ava Pearl formed an unlikely trio to try and take out the power duo of Vince and Morgan. Only Vince could compete out of the 2 of them since Morgan was the outgoing HOH, so the trio's odds looked good. For the HOH competition, Vince, Keanu, Ashley, and Ava stepped into the mastermind sanctum. They stood in their respective places and had to hold what looked like a fencing sword up to a cutout of the mastermind's face, which was against a small glass surface. If it fell, the house guest was out of the competition. The last one standing won HOH. Ava was out first with only 11 minutes played. Ashley nearly reached 30 before dropping her mask. Then, it was just Keanu and Vince. Keanu told Vince that if he won HOH, he would keep him safe and they could work together to make it to the end, but in order to do that, he would have to take out Morgan. "You know you can't win against her." "No one can, so now would be a good time to get her out," Keanu said. Vince contemplated it as they talked game and their personal lives. Keanu shared that he had a few more hours left in him, so Vince should just let him have it. However, as he shifted, Keanu's arm moved and his mask fell. This made Vince the new HOH for the 4th time this season. After the competition, Vince and Morgan talked in the HOH room. He told Morgan that Keanu wants her out, and he wanted Vince to do it, which he said was crazy. Morgan said that Keanu has to go this week. Keanu didn't stop his pleas at the competition, however. He laid out the facts and told Vince that the only way he could win would be if he took out Morgan now, since she has been running most of his game. It would look great on his BB resume. Ava also told him the same thing outside in the hot tub. Both Ava and Keanu prayed for a miracle, but the wish fell on deaf ears. At the end of the episode, the house guests re-entered the mastermind's sanctum. Everyone but Vince kneeled in front of the table in the middle of the room. 4 voodoo dolls sat on a shelf next to them. Vince had to pick the 2 voodoo dolls of the house guests he wanted to nominate and place them on the table in front of his fellow house guests.